Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is for you. I'm Cyclone. You are watching Let's Play Train Simulator, and this is the first career scenario out of 6 scenarios that exist in a career format. Once again, there are scenarios that are both in career and standard mode. So I could play the burst pipe scenario here. Last time, by the way, you saw me doing the tutorial scenario, which has a check mark next to it. So I could play this version of the scenario. Difficulty of 2. Very, very benign, easy scenario. It's a 15-minute scenario, but that's too easy. We're going to go ahead and play the career version of the scenario because that's a 4 difficulty, and oh boy, that is spicy. We're going to have a fun time playing this one because that's going to be super hard. Well, not super hard. That's 5 difficulty, but fairly tough. 4. We're going to take a quick look at the scenario information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the scenario tasks so you can follow on the minimap exactly where we're going. And I'll try to explain where this landslide on this scenario is. I don't think we're going to see that on the map. I'm not sure if it'll show up or not, but we'll try and take a peek ahead when we finish. And we're going to then take a look at the timings, and then I'm going to reset the scenario, and I'm going to go ahead and get started for you. So let's go ahead and get into the scenario. I'll give you a description first, which you can see on the screen here. A landslide caused by a burst water main has occurred north of South Croydon Station. All trains have been disrupted, and there is currently no service between East Croydon and Gatwick Airport. Gatwick Airport, of course, is the building that has the station that has the logo, the company logo on the roof of the building. So, little fun fact there if you didn't see the free roam. So we're going to go ahead and get in there. It is September 17th of 2012. Again, this was made for Train Simulator 2013 and was a route release with that. So the scenarios you're seeing are all pretty much from 2012. And there's actually a scenario from 2010 as well, the southbound connection scenario, the last one on the list there of those 6. So, but everything else is from 2012. So September 17, 2012, it's a 15-minute scenario. We're at London. We're going to go to London Victoria Station to start the scenario. I can't wait to see the station. Let's get started. See you in the game. Alright, here we are in the scenario. You can see that we are doing our first stop. Our first task is right here at the station where we pick up passengers from London Victoria, platform 18. So that's going to be the first thing we do here. I'm going to just leave them waiting for a while because we're not ready to start yet. So what we're going to do then, once we're done here, we're going to move ahead. We're going to pick up passengers from Clapham Junction, which is over here on platform 13 in their station. We're going to zoom out for a moment. We're going to continue along. You can see the track ends down there where the P marker is. That's a portal. So we're going to continue from Clapham Junction. I love how the first task is stop at London Victoria and we're already there. That is funny. So then task number 3, or 4 as we call it. Go via Brighton down fast Croydon. So we're going to take that route all the way down here. So you can see where we come from at the top here from the station. And from that green area, we're going to continue all the way down to the Go Via in this area. Once we do that, we're going to couple. I think the trains are in here. Let's find out. We're going to couple 2 trains at East Croydon. Yeah, I was right. Right in this area. We're going to couple to some cars here. And once we do that, we just hit to pick up passengers and we're done. So this is a very easy scenario. We shouldn't have too many problems with this one, I would imagine. I don't know why they say it's such a small. Why they're saying it's a level 4, because, you know, there's only 15 minutes and some easy tasks here. I've done enough driving to have an idea of this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the timings for this scenario. I'm going to get out of the 9 map right now. We have a green signal. This is what's going to happen in this scenario, obviously. But let's bring up the timings. We have to pick up passengers at, immediately, and depart at 5 o'clock exactly. We'll be at Clapham Junction at 5:05, up the road there. 2 miles away. We're going to be going via the Brighton down fast at 5:13. We're going to couple to the cars. There's no timing on that, but we do want to do it quickly because it's right in front of us and we have to pick up passengers 1 minute later. So it shouldn't be too hard. 15-minute scenario. Let's reset and we're going to start that off. A landslide has occurred due to burst water mains just north of South Croydon. There are currently no services between East Croydon and Gatwick Airport, and so this train will terminate at East Croydon. There is a 4-car on the same platform which you will need to connect to. Now, I did a quick playing of this. This is a short scenario, and I found out that they really expect you to run into the station hot in order to connect to the last train that I was showing you. So that's going to be interesting. It is now time to pick up passengers here at London Victoria. I've already started that, so you don't have to tell me. The passengers aboard. You're ready to move on. No, I'm not. There's no way I'm ready to move on. So as you can see, I got 240 points for being on time. 240 points basically means it said timeliness bonus. Now, if I were to get 239 points, that would mean I got a timeliness penalty, or 238, or anything less. I could get 120. It will still say timeliness penalty. So basically, the fact that I got a timeliness bonus means my first 240 points have already been earned. I've already done my boarding task, and it basically means that I remember to push T. So since I remember to push T, I get my points. Done. Now, there are 4 timings here. I know that the points don't add up to 1,000 if it's 240 for each timing, so I'm going to assume that the last timing, which is to connect to the train, probably has a very expensive timing cost to it. So we're going to assume that that is the case. I'm going to inch forward there's the green, so I'm going to go ahead and punch it up. I knew it was coming, so I was doing it a little preemptively. Ideally, you're supposed to wait in real life before the signal turns green before you take off. But the way these scenarios are done here, and we're going on path G out of the station, by the way. The way the timings are in this game, sometimes I just question whether you can do it without actually running at the signal as it turns green. So sometimes that's a little hard to tell. Now, this is only a 15-minute scenario. I'm not going to use speed set because speeds pretty much go up all the way until you get to the final spot that you need to stop. So I'm going to just try to maintain speed by using the throttle the entire way. I may lose a few points for speeding, but what I'm also going to try to do is not hit the emergency brake, because if you hold the brakes down long enough on the keyboard, you will, as soon as you get to minus 100, it says that you've set the emergency brake. So I'm going to try not to use anything more than a first level brake. And when I'm close to the speed limit, I'm going to actually take the throttle off. And if I see speed still going up, I'm going to slow down a little as I need to. So I'm going to try to maintain the train at a very, very gentle pace, but a fast pace, as fast as I can go as we go. Let's see if I can pull this off. My initial practice run, I did have a few emergency brakes get hit, so that was not a good scenario for points-wise. Even though it's only -1 for each emergency brake point, if you don't have more than 1,000 points available, those points add up and they count against you. Now, you can still get a gold medal, a gold star, for going over like 800 or 900 points. You can still get that gold star, but 1,000 point scenarios really are the thing that you brag about. That gives you the most experience. And I'm in a 45. I should have actually got up to speed sooner. So I'm already losing time. I'm in a 40 now. I haven't been for very long, so I should be okay. I'm just going to gas it up to 45 very quickly. That's what happens. I'm talking to you trying to explain stuff. I don't notice the speed limit. I saw it go by and didn't even register it. So I'm going to stop the speed at 43 right now. I'm going to let it go up nice and slow. We are on a 0.0. There is no gradient right now for us to contend with. We are going flat. If I was using speed set settings, I would set it right now at 44. This is the perfect spot to set it. But we have a stop coming up, and I'm not going to do that. Now, next scenario is the 60-minute scenario. Depending on the number of stops we have on that route, I may use speed set on the next scenario, and if I do that, I will go ahead and instruct on how to do that at that time. I assume at least one of these scenarios will be a non-stop run where it's an express service. And in fact, looking at my things very quickly, hopefully I don't miss my stop here, there is an LB City Express scenario at the 4th scenario, so it might actually be 2 scenarios from now before I can actually do that. So that's where I'll probably instruct you how to use speed set. Or tell you what I'm doing anyway, if you don't plan to play the game. And if you're just here to ride along and you're not learning how to play the game yourself, that's fine. I'm glad to have you along. This is the equivalent of doing a real-life train run, which is a lot harder to get in some places, but the UK is usually pretty good with doing these. You can get these in the UK no problem. So I'm going to ride at 0 right now. I'm going to start applying a level 1 brake application as I pull in the station. In fact, I'm going to do it now because I'm about to start speeding. But there is a 50 coming up, so I'm not going to have a problem with speeding very soon. I'm just going to coast into the station at this point. Because as soon as the 50 is in effect, we're going to have to start slowing down anyway. There's no point speeding up and then moving the throttle around and making our customers, our passengers, uncomfortable. So I'll start slowing down now. 33%, that is a level 1 brake application for me. I'll take it off for a moment. I think I slowed down a little too early. And now I will reapply it. And I'll go to the next level. I'm just going to throttle that brake very nicely so we can get in the station cleanly. Our arrival time is literally right now. We are right on time. 17:05:21. We are right on time. Now we might be marked a few seconds late. I don't know. We're going to find out as we get in there. Now you should be getting right into the green mark, but so for the purpose of proper driving. But if you're late, you may want to just stop early and just forget the passengers in the back. They're going to ride along a little longer. So we're going to do a full brake application now. I will then hit the T button to allow passengers to board and depart the train. So yeah, 17:05. I might get dinged for not having a good departure time. If that is the case, that would be because we had a I didn't respond to the 40 speed limit back there, and that's a few seconds lost there. So that would be the potential loss of points I may incur here. We will find out. I got a bonus. I'm okay. The passengers aboard the train, you are ready to depart for East Croydon. Don't forget that you will need to connect to the 4-car when you get there. Noted. Let's get the gas back up. And there's a nice little gentleman going by there. Or nice big gentleman, whatever you want to say. So 100% throttle, that's okay for right now because we are looking to get up to 60. Now, a bit of an overcast day here. 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't know when darkness incurs in this game, but it's a bit of a dark evening out here. In fact, why don't we put on the headlights? There we go. A bit overcast on here today. A rainy day around London. And we have a 70 coming up, so I'm just going to go ahead and get up to whatever speed we can for right now. And when we get to 60, I'm going to have to cut it off for a moment until we get to the 70. I'm apparently speeding. That is not a good sign. Lower the speed. Thank you very much. So I lost 10 points. Hopefully there's more than 1,000 points available like in Sherman Hill. If there is, then that 10 points won't hurt us very much. If we lose 10 points, we lose 10 points. So I'm sitting at 464 points right now. I'm not actually sure if I lost other points somewhere, because I thought I only lost the 10 there. I didn't do any other speeding as far as I know. We'll get a recap of our points performance at the end of the scenario anyway, so we'll be able to find out exactly what we did wrong. I will attempt to piece that together. So we're still in the 60. I'm going to ease off the throttle. We are on an uphill, so we can maintain throttle at this point. That is fine. And as the sign gets to the back of the train, I will punch the throttle. Actually, I'm going to do it now because we're losing speed already. So I should be able to do it now, and we're good. Up to 100% for a moment. And I'm going to try to maintain a throttle between 68 and 69 miles per hour. That seems to be the ideal place for me to keep the throttle right now. I'm going to try to find a throttle setting that I can keep it at and not have to pay attention to it. This might be good. We're on level ground. This might be a good setting right now, because at this speed, you don't really gain too much speed. Add a few more. Now we're in good shape to maintain. So we have to be picking up our Go Via checkpoint at 4 minutes from now. It'll be good until 59 seconds, until the next minute, basically. It'll be good up to 59 seconds, despite that it says 17, 13, 18. We'll still get the bonus, I believe. The full bonus. As long as it is not 17:14, I think we still get that full bonus. If you're more than a minute late, they start dinging you. So we are now ruling a still no gradient, but there is a hill coming up. So we're going to see what that gradient is. That is going to change our throttle setting as we carry on here. Let's take a quick peek at the mini-map and see where we are right now. We are over here. We're continuing along the path here. And if I stop centering on myself, we're going to make our way over to here. That was the AWS ramp telling us that we are safe to proceed. Now, as we get into the station, because we are going to have to couple to some other cars on this track, so we are going to eventually come upon a double yellow and a single yellow signal. We will need to acknowledge those on the using the Q key on the AWS. So the AWS ramp will tell us that we're coming upon those signals each time we pass one. If we don't respond, we have an emergency brake application. So we have to be vigilant in responding to that. We can't really be outside the cab, which is unfortunate because I want to show you a look outside the cab as I couple to the cars. So I'll try to do that anyway, but it may not be that easy. I'll see if I can give you a good view. So I'm going to pump the speed up a little because we are on a 1.126 at this point for a gradient. I currently have a 62% throttle, so I believe we're at a level 3 throttle at this point. I'm now at 69. I will ease off the throttle because I mentioned I want to stay between 68 and 69. I believe it is negligible, but we'll see what happens. I need to increase throttle again because we are losing speed. But we do have a 60 coming up, so we do have to be ready to slow down in a moment anyway. So when I get to the... in between the next two signals, I'm going to ease the throttle down to 0, and then after the following signal, I will start to slow down. In fact, now's a good time to take it to 0, so I will do that. We should have a lot of time to slow down before that. I believe that's a 60 up ahead. So I'll start slowing down a little bit now. Thank you. So sometimes the timings basically require you to go right into the 60 as you're still slowing down to 60, which is kind of dangerous. I don't like doing it that way. And this kind of thing is why people don't like career scenarios. You know what? They know how to drive. They're going to get there when they get there, and if there's 5 seconds late, they don't really care. Now, as you can see, we are coming up on a green line. That is our final stop, and our trains that we have to couple to are in there. So we're going to go ahead and get past this station right now. Then we'll be on East Croydon P3, platform 3. And that's where we're going to be stopping. So I'm just letting the speed ease off now. I'm not going to maintain any more fast speeds. We are going to have a yellow signal. There's a double yellow right there, actually. So the AWS ramp should beep at us. There it is. I don't have the speed set on the throttle right now, so I'm going to... At the next yellow, I'm going to start to slow down as I request a tab passed. I'm requesting a SPAD. There's another train over there on the other line. And actually, I'm going to start slowing down now. This is a good time to slow down. So I'll just take the speed down a little because we have a 45. So there we go. Contact the signal so we can allow you into the station. I have to wait till I pass this yellow, then I can do that. Now I can do it. And I'm allowed to SPAD. So as you're going to see up ahead, thank you. You can see that my red signal now has shunt lights active. The white shunt lights are now active. That means I'm allowed to go into the station. I'm going to cut the speed very, very quickly because I need to get down to a low enough speed that I'm not going to ram the train ahead of me that I'm coupling to. That would not be safe. I probably could have gone a little further, so I think I underjudged that a little bit. But I should be getting my full time bonus here anyway. I'm going to guess it's 300 points. At least I hope it is. So I'm going to maintain a speed around 6, get a little closer, then I'll lower the speed a little more. This will do. And now I'm just going to coast in. I should be fine to coast in at this point, and it will couple. I'll take it. You've connected to the four-car. Good job. Don't forget to let passengers off here. Done. I think. Oh, am I not stopped? That's the problem. You have to actually put the brakes on. So if you don't put the brakes on, you don't actually let the passengers off. There you go. Please do not leave bags unattended. Please do not leave bags unattended. Well, there you go. Station. I like these little things that show the time on here as well. So you can hide your F3 thing. You can actually look at the time as you're going by, see if you're on time. I actually like that feature. 2:15 timeliness penalty. Oh, I don't like that. Whilst it's not possible to continue past East Croydon, at least you were able to provide some of the service during this disruption. The passengers are grateful for your help. Well done. So when I took the timeliness penalty, let's see what happened on my scoring there. That's not good. I'm not happy about that. I was trying to let passengers off, but apparently I didn't have the brake on. So I got 919 points. I did lose a little bit of speeding points. I get that. Let's see what I lost. 240 minus 25 seconds late. So I lost 25 points on that. I lost another 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 on speeding penalties. So it looks like I lost a total of 41 points. Am I missing something? Is 1,000 points not possible in this scenario? No, 960 is the top score. I'm looking at my friends list right now. Looks like 960 is indeed the top score. So, yeah, scenarios you're not going to be able to get 1,000 points all the time. That's just the maximum possible score. And I'm seeing some. Oh no, there's people who have 1,000. So I don't know what they do to get 1,000. There must be a bonus for being super early, which I don't understand. But all my friends seem to have a 960. I'm the only bloke who doesn't have a 960 here. So I'm going to have to research what allows you to get into the 1,000 point range. Because again, there's people at 1,000 points here, and I don't know what they did. Because there's only 960 points available, and if you drive the scenario safely, you're not going to get 1,000 points. You're going to get 960 points. So there must be something they're doing that I'm not aware of. Whereas all of my friends seem to be doing the 4 stops at 960. Maybe you must have to be really early to get that bonus. And being early bonus of 40 points or 10 points on each one, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not worried about getting 1,000 points in every scenario because some of them it's going to be more ridiculous to do it than others. And this looks like one of those. So I'm going to go ahead and sit on the 919 points. I will do this one again off camera. But I hope that you enjoyed this run. If you like what you saw here today, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. It does really help me out. It does get me some more visibility and allow more people to come see this. And I'm doing this for you guys. So that's literally what it is. I'm just doing it for you guys. So I got my gold star, and I'm just going to go ahead and be happy with that. So next time we play, back to the career menu here. There's my gold star, so I'm happy with 919. I can settle for that. I can revisit these later on my own. So the next scenario we're going to be doing is Capital Commuter, and I'm going to give you the description of that right now. We're driving the semi-fast service from from Brighton to London, Victoria. We're not going to be going to all the stations, is what that means. So we're going to be going to maybe just a couple stations along the way. Which stations? Well, tell you what. Tune in next time. I'll show you. I'll show you where we're stopping. And I'm going to see if I can get some more information set aside for you for the next one as well as to the order of the stations on the route. Because because the map in the manual does not give that information. I'm going to see if I can get that information so I can make sure I'm giving you accurate information as we go along. That way those of you who are familiar with the route have an idea where we are. I want to try and do that to help you guys who know the area as well, so you know where we're driving. So with that said, I look forward to seeing you next time. Again, like, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/CycloneGU. And with that said, have yourself a wonderful day, evening, or night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.